Hey guys, we're out here on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon, northwestern Pennsylvania. Phew, southwestern, it'd be even hotter. But today we're on our outdoor range, well at least one of them, and we're shooting some big boars today. Let me show you what we're shooting today. Here we go. Yeah, oh boy, hard to see, but what we have is a Trapdoor Springfield officer's model with the burn your sight and the hooded front sight. Now, this is not a Pedersoli import, at least not when I bought it. This is actually made by, can I get it in there close enough to see it? Maybe. Probably not. But anyway, it's made by Harrington and Richardson. I've had this gun, oh God, I don't know, maybe about 30 years. And I haven't fired it in over 10. Matter of fact, some of the loads I'm shooting are probably older than that. I'm shooting both black powder and smokeless, but mind you, the smokeless are hand loads, and they're loaded down to keep within the pressure specs of a trapdoor. And I used to use this gun for black powder silhouette, so what I used to shoot, these are actually recent hand loads, are, there you go, 500 grain lead round nose, backed with about 63 grains of 2F GoX, approximately. You can get more in there if you use a drop tube, but truthfully, my shoulder can only handle about 60 to 63 grains, and then it starts to beat the snot out of me, even when I was younger. So the other one we're shooting today is one of my favorites. Well, they're both my favorites, but when it comes to lever guns, is the Marlin 1895 guide gun. This is one of the ones with the ported barrel. I know the newer ones don't come out with that. And give me a second. Back over here. And what I shoot in that is usually if I'm using factory, it's the Hornady Lever Evolution, which is pretty zippy. Zippy? No, it packs a punch. But my hand loads, I usually shoot a 350 grain soft point or a 405 grain cast lead. I don't have a 405 grain mold anymore. Somewhere in all the various moves that I've had to go through over the years, I can't find it. I still have the 500 grain, and well, I'll show you what that's like. You'll see how much it rocks you, or at least how much it rocks me. I love these guns. I love these guns more than I do anything else that I own, and I've got 303 British, and I think I got one French MAS. That's actually in 308 or 762 NATO. I don't hardly shoot those anymore. The shooting those guns, just, I love them. I'm not hand loading for them, so I take them out very, very rarely. I've got like 4 Enfield, 5 Enfield rifles. One of them has been sporterized for hunting. 100 years ago, it was sporterized. It was actually a gun that wasn't much any good. It was a pattern 14 Enfield. The barrel was all kind of screwed up on it. And with a little gunsmithing work, we turned it into a really decent sporting rifle. The other ones are all stock. They're all number 4s or number 1s, or another pattern 14 made by Winchester, which is a real sweet gun, with Parker Hale sights on it. It is a tack driver. I shot that in service rifle towards the end of my service rifle competitions, because I started off with like M1 Garands, M1As, AR-15, or the Colt H-Bar, and I got away from all those. I really don't enjoy shooting them anymore. I get tired of chasing brass, so I actually don't even own a semi-automatic rifle. Everything's either lever, bolt, or one revolving rifle, which we'll talk about in another video. But I love lever guns. I love trapdoors, bolt actions. I don't have a pump. That's the one thing I don't have, is a pump action rifle. But most of those are in calibers I really don't want to play with anymore. Unless I find one in 22, that would be kind of cool. But I really, really, really enjoy these big old shoulder breakers. And I don't know. Tell me what you guys like to shoot. Do you like 45-70s, or are you strictly a bolt action 300 Win Mag 7mm Remington mag kind of guy, or are you the operators out there with the ARs and the AKs? And I used to have all that stuff, and I don't know. Don't care for it anymore. An AK does not thrill me. It's not accurate enough for anything. I could outshoot an AK at 500 meters with a fucking World War II bolt action Enfield. No, you can't compare. They're just, that thing just sprays bullets all over the place. It's garbage. SKS, same damn thing. Get beyond 200 meters and pattern. It's more like a shotgun pattern than a group. So at least with my experience with those, I love 22s, but excuse me. Today was one of those days that I just wanted to abuse myself with these big old bores. And it's about as big as I get, aside from 12 gauge. And I'll probably show that in one of my other videos. I hand load 12 gauge pumpkin ball rounds for a single barrel shotgun that I basically use like a musket, like a trade gun. And that, aside from the 303s and the 45-70s and a couple of 22s, everything else I own are muzzle loaders. Actually, the vast majority of my guns are muzzle loaders. Flint locks, couple of cap locks. Kind of got away from the cap lock guns, but I got 3 of those left. And the rest are all flintlock, 40 caliber, 50 caliber, 62 caliber. Of course, the Brown Bess being 75 caliber. All that, that's my real joy. And I'll probably do a video on that another day. Probably when it's not so hot, because fouling gets really, really bad on a day like today. I spend most of my time cleaning the gun and shooting it sometimes. But we're going to get set up here and I'll fire a few rounds. Okay. Hopefully I can keep this all in frame. That'd be good. It's so hot and sunny out today. The ammo itself, let me close this, is getting quite toasty. This is not an ideal setup, but I don't have a bench rest. Ooh, I like that. That was a very pleasing crack. Only drawback was didn't have my earplugs in. So now my ears ring more than normal. Let me take a quick check at the target. Well, I'm getting close to the black. Actually, I'm in the black in a couple of them. I got 3 left. I can go home and wash brass and reload it. Oh. And the last black powder one. Thank God. Okay, that hurt. Oh boy. Let's see how I did. Oh, let me get rid of these. Okay. Well, can't say it's too awful bad for not shooting this thing in, 100 freaking years. Kind of kept it close to the black in it. I suppose with time and a little more shoulder, I might be able to do a decent job of it. And now I'm going to patch it up and get on to the Marlin. Okay, we're back. Let me go sit over here. Now we're going to switch off to the 1895 Marlin guide gun. And we're going to be shooting, let's start off with, some 405 grain cast lead smokeless rounds. Will probably still be a bit smoky. And now that bottle you see there, yeah, that's not whiskey or anything. That's actually a patch lube that I use for my muzzle loaders. It's a homemade concoction, and it also works good for cleaning the barrels from black powder. It kind of softens the black powder, and you can pull it out with my antique Otis. Like everything else I got is an antique Otis pull-through set, which is about the only way you can clean a trapdoor is a pull-through. Yeah, it's got a cleaning rod under the barrel, but it's pretty much useless. So, without further ado, or to do, let me remember my earplugs this time. Let's see if I can hit something with this gun. Whew. Come on. The gun's hot. All right, 3 rounds. I'll get it later. Okay. I fired 3. I'll find it later. It's got to come up a little bit. Let's try that again. Oh, let's see if those got closer. Oh, I'm not even on the target. Last time I fired this thing was at about maybe 50 yards. I gotta go down and check something. Absolutely crazy. No, I'll be dipped in shit. Oh, I was going the wrong damn way. Absolutely the wrong damn way. Let's try this again. Unbelievable. I'm an idiot. I really am. I'm thinking their shots are going low. And all this time, they were going high. Well, what the hell? I aimed at the bottom of the target stand out there, and I put them at the top of the target. I'm like, what in the hell am I doing? Oh yeah, got one in there. All right. What do we got now? Oh yeah, now we're in there. Going the completely wrong direction. Gotta love it. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to try some of these. Like that one. Just wanted to show you something on these. That's how long ago. I don't know if you can see this. They're basically garbage. I can't do anything with them. I'm just trying to pick through the ones that won't blow up on me. I ain't gonna try any more of those. Those are so old. I question my sanity shooting them. This is how much I trust them. I'm going to sacrifice being able to see my sights clearly. Oh, fuzzy wuzzy front sight. A little more authority to those. Oh yeah, case split to hell. Alright, I'm done with that. Every case split wide open. Here, show you. Hang on a second. You see that? That ain't good. And on that note, I'm done.